Previously on Wildsilver, the party went to the goddess's cathedral, only learned the goddess turned Phineas into a boss monster. They then went through a bunch of smaller versions of previous dungeons for some reason. Eventually, they fought the goddess, but she was holding back the entire time just to toy with us. Finally, I tried to do various tasks for completionism, but came up short even after resorting to data mining. Alright, I cannot get any of the art completion quests right now. I think the game is either glitched or I'm just really missing something even after data mining. Anyways, once you go through here, you cannot go back. Yeah, I don't think you need to get full completion to beat the final boss anyways. And hopefully it doesn't affect the ending or anything. So yeah, right now it just doesn't seem possible. There's 2 pieces of equipment that are literally not... I can't even trace them back from the enemy drop table, so I'm kind of screwed. Sure feels like the finale. It has felt like this for a while now, but I think this time it will be the all-deciding battle of our journey. Biz. We need to be ready. Indeed, we need to gather all our courage one more time. We'll be victorious. We must be. Let's do this, together. Running from us. Mere half-demons. Such cowardice. Biz. We shall settle the ancient war between us demons and the alien that you are here now. We will. You're not getting away this time. Oh, I will not need to. This will be in fact the final battle, the decisive one. And if we are honest, we know the outcome already. Your little victory down there has no meaning. You did not really think that was all the power of gods could muster, did you? Fools. It was merely my restrained human-like form you fought. It was not my true one. This is. Okay. It's gonna be a problematic boss. Let's guard. Guard. Tremble in fear before your true goddess. I am the Wraith. Wraith? So it's made of the foreign substance. Yeah, she's not actually silver elemental, despite what some of the that plate implied. Yes, that's it. Look as you want. It won't help. One, your remain once for all. Oh, but there are actually mana spells your party can learn, but only after they get all the ultimate weapons, which I cannot get because of technical issues. Biz. Remember, if we cannot defeat her now, nobody will ever be able to. Fortunately, she's balanced so you can still win without mana spells, but it's gonna take a lot longer probably. Give your all. Sure thing. Oh my goodness. Every buff in existence. You know, okay, I really need to use Raise and instantly get rid of that shield, and also, since this is enemies incorporeal... Oh, come on, you just put it back on, dude. Yeah, since the enemies incorporeal, they also have extremely high evasion. Very unfortunate. Oh, honestly, poisoned you a little bit. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Basically, I have to use spells and such. Everyone has that much, huh? Nice counter. Everyone needs that CP. It's the only way. Extend the poison a little bit. Stun also removes your evasion. Nice. Okay, you lost your stun. But yeah, if you get really lucky with Ragnar's attack, you can just get a lot of free damage. But yeah, without stun, then suddenly it becomes extremely hard to hit the enemy. I'm gonna set you on fire. I'm not using Raise until the boss puts up another barrier. Otherwise, I might not have it when I need the most. Enraged. Now you have aroused my fury. I am going to have even more fun with you. You don't have a barrier up yet, so I don't want to waste it. Send that poison a little. Burn you. Extra DOT. Signal. Oh. Wow, all misses. Main stats down. Okay. Do a little heal. No buffs for you. Mechanical Spirit. Lint. Again with the stupid ass shield. Yup. Damn it, I shouldn't have spent his CP. Submit already! You cannot win! What, was that unfair? Here is one more thing. Fully healed. That was refreshing. Oh, how I enjoyed the expression of despair. That didn't work too well. Biz, she can completely heal her wounds just like that. She's a goddess after all. That I am. However, there's one thing she not taken into account. What are you talking about? Do we still have a chance? Biz? Fools! There is no hope left for you. Well, there is that event that occurs once every 1,000 years. You mean a light that will return again and again to rinse the shadow from life? Those stories. A mysterious presence that can be sensed more clearly with each passing day. Biz? Another source of power drawing near once more. Huh? If you not mind, will you please raise your eyes to the sky, my friends? The goddess seemed to be winning. She was much stronger than before. All of a sudden, however, there was that light, and there were voices. I thought I was dying, but it was real. Go on, they said. Do not give up. And we stood up. And give up, we wouldn't. We guarded our strength, and out of it, new power was born. A power which had always been within us, I think, but now we were able to use it. Silver originated from space, as did the goddess. The Wildsilver comet shone its light onto the surface, and from the light emerged a bleak metal. Wildsilver draws near periodically, resonating with demons, causing anomalies, while also strengthening our magical capabilities. It stimulates the elements in our bodies in small doses, I guess. Exactly. What does not kill us makes us stronger, as they say. I thought demons hated silver. I can feel it. However, it also resonates with the true form of the goddess, with the mana her body is made of right now. It resonates with mana. Does it make her stronger too? Yes and no. It causes anomalies that could strengthen her, but also break her invisibility. No! This is our chance then. It could be. Demonic scholars were never quite in agreement as to the Wildsilver effect. But if this is not a moment to kill a goddess, I'm afraid there will never be one. Let's do it. Let's kill her. Indeed. Biz. There won't be a second chance. If we lose again, the world will be destroyed. Are you ready, sis? Absolutely ready. That wicked comet. We will obliterate that evil and protect everyone. And the world itself. Come, little robot. We need to do the best we can once more. Biz. You made me do it. You made me show my real power. Abuser talk. Enrage already. Galactic shield. I am the mistress of the elements. Try to hurt me now. Yeah, only mana can hurt her I think. Mistress of all of them. Yeah, the problem is I can't really do much like this, can I? Might as well just guard and wait for the scripted event to happen to help me. Ragnar is slow as shit, man. Everyone's guarding, so I might as well mirror up. Oh, she can actually be damaged by her own spell, so the problem is reflection is kind of got a large cooldown. Wait, it seems Silver can still work against her, huh? Silver and her own attacks are still fine, but everything else kind of sucks against her. Oh, she can be stunned. Problem is, my other elements are kind of like doing jack shit against her. Yeah, she's basically immune to most other things other than like silver and shit. Silver and mana are the only ones. Problem is, I have very few sources of that. Only 2 of my characters can actually do it. Everyone else is... I don't know, man. Does Wrench work on you? I guess it does. I'll not give up. I'll get my revenge. I guess I just try to use Wrench. And I will do whatever I can to help you as always. Biz. I may be past my peak, but now I have friends with me. I will fulfill my destiny at last. What were you like at your peak? Maybe you had actually good CP regen instead of what you have now. Funny little creatures. Still, you need to be erased. You can try, but I can sense Wildsilver drawing you even closer. The comet's light. That power. Brace yourself, guys. You will hate to see this. This is the power of Wildsilver. A new limit break. It doesn't remove her barrier, but it does silver and mana damage. Because Velven has gained CP from crit, she can basically do it again. It's actually so spammable on her. Soire learned Wildsilver. Problem is, I don't think anyone else has it. Everyone else just kind of like does our shit, I guess. You know. Heal it for now. You just keep spamming Wildsilver because it's basically a free CP refill for you as well. If it all crits, that is. You cannot kill me. Damage by poison, of course. Man, really it's a shame I cannot get full completion yet. Maybe in the future I could. Was that it? Yes, she is done for. Not quite. She is incapacitated, locked into her mind if you will, but she is not dead. What do you mean? How do we kill her then? A goddess does not simply die like a normal being. We can only hold her captive and try to break her mind. That sounds slightly unethical. Break her mind sounds alright to me. Only if that happens, the goddess may cease to exist. May? It all depends on the strength of her will then, but at least there is a chance to get rid of her for good. We needed the comet to stay in place, so that its light will continue to burn into the goddess's body and soul. How can we get any control over a comet, though? Don't tell me you could do it, Ragnar. For a while, I'm afraid we need to take turns. Unless you can find any other demons hidden in the world, it will be us three being responsible for holding on to dear Wildsilver. Look, it does still affect her. She screamed in agony. It did. That monster. She will need a lot more of this treatment. Ragnar's, even in a video game, Ragnar is woke, using the Mana Wraith's pronouns. So, it's not over. I will go first, and I should be able to endure for a very long time, but please, from time to time. We'll check in. If you can find a time. Viz. Let us meet again a year from now. A year? Wow, you really think you can do it? Hi, this old man is not weak yet. We'll be back. Of course you will. Now go. Tell the world what we have accomplished. Alright. Thank you. Old friend. Finally started to accept him as a friend, huh? Even though before he just seemed like a suspiciously dressed person who always seems to stalk us. Gilbert. What's the matter? You worry about that old demon? Well, yes. He told us to leave. But can we really leave him up there all alone? With that undead Wraith slowly scorched by a comet's light? Well, expressed that way, it does sound awful. But remember, we need to tell the world the goddess is gone. I wonder if that's good news to everyone. Probably not, but all we need to do is tell King, right? He'll take care of the rest then. I suppose. So, where are our plans now? This adventure seems to be over. What do we do? Take a break? There will be no break. What? I've been sick for so long. I want to see more of the world. What's south of the Grove? What's east of the capital? Are there more ruins of demonic cities somewhere below the surface? And also, wait, yeah, it's also weird that none of these places actually have true names. Which makes it all the more surprising they didn't try to pull the virtual world twist again. Maybe the sequel will be that there is a virtual world twist, huh? Maybe the second batch of blue crystals will cause them to decide to delete the world. I want to see it all. Alright then, count me in. Biz. Yeah, this is I actually beat the boss before, but I decided to reload to look for as many missables as I could, and then come back to it. Yeah, now I know what the boss is weak to silver. That makes things a little bit easier, since it does give me an option during both phases. What a mess. But if I learned mana, it would have gone even faster, probably. Yeah, but wait, which of my characters will learn mana? I didn't actually take a deep look at that at the mana spell rock event. If it gave the mana to Ragnar, well, no, his CP regen still sucks. I don't even know why they made a CP regen like that. It's just straight up worse than Phineas. Phineas gets 10 CP every turn no matter what, so he's actually better for boss battles, but Ragnar is better for regular encounters because of how quickly he finished them. He just accumulated a ton of CP across several battles, but against a boss, nah, he sucks. He's only good for like group healing and maybe stunning, and that's it. Once the goddess is gone, the tower will break. What am I going to do then? What if I cannot make it until that happens? There's no way I will let those girls take over. Come on, you stupid thing, die already. Yeah, honestly, in some ways, Phineas feels like he's an upgrade in terms of healing power and stunning power, but in terms of actual CP regen, he's way worse than everyone else. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. Just leave him the light a bit more, will you? Ah. Oh, I can get used to this sight, you know? He's still a few screws loose even if he is on our side. But he did survive a genocide, so yeah. Splendid. Please, little half-demons, keep the world safe, will you? The prophecy has been fulfilled. Well, not all of them. I didn't fulfill the one where he wanted me to find all the mystic equips, because 2 of them just don't seem to be in any drop table, and I wasn't able to trace them back anywhere. The world will be free again, free from false divinity, free from monsters, free from frost and famine. Were there like 2 chests I might have missed? I don't know. Just a few more days, then the wicked being will vanish into the light of the comet they call Wildsilver. The last demon, however, remains a mystery, the vision shrouded in haze. Will he somehow survive the collapse of the tower in the cathedral? Or will the ancient race cease to exist after all? So there's a chance that Ragnar won't survive this, even if he succeeds in defeating the demon? Succeeding in defeating the Wraith? For the first time in my life, I have to wonder. So overall story, yeah, this game actually does have a proper, a decently characterized party compared to Game Master Plus. But I kind of like Game Master Plus's virtual world arc a lot better. This Wildsilver's Evil Goddess arc does kind of feels generic. Yeah, as for missables, both games definitely feel like you basically have to use RPG Maker MV or MZ in order to look for everything. Yeah, everyone's talking about how Mixtape is an industry plant, but I think games like Axial, Game Master Plus, and Wildsilver are the real industry plants for RPG Maker because they're trying to incentivize you to buy RPG Maker software itself in order to actually get 100% completion in these games, because you're not finding any. A lot of these things just seem kind of unfindable unless you do so. Yeah, that's what the real industry plant would be like. Make everything so well hidden that people are forced to buy developer software in order to data mine everything in order to find it. Yeah. Also, one thing that really hurts the game is that it seems to be it's the way the encounter rate is set up. It's set up so that if you're at a low level, it's really high and could get you killed easily if you don't know what you're doing. Well, that's usually less of a problem for me, but for other people, it could be kind of tedious. The real problem is when you're over leveled. Then all of a sudden, it becomes way harder to complete various collection quests or hunt quests because you're going to be walking way more steps just to get an encounter. And the encounters themselves, sometimes they'll only have one enemy, sometimes they'll have a ton. They don't always give you the variety of enemies you need. Yeah, if you're lucky, you'll get a ton of enemies and you'll have a higher chance of getting all the drops you need. On that note, the fact that all non-boss enemies only have a random chance to drop sellables, yeah, that's not great either, because if you get unlucky, you might just not get anything out of the fight other than EXP, and you won't be able to accomplish any goals that require money as easily. Yeah, it would be nice if they will at least give you a small amount of guaranteed money. I think that's sort of how Braveheart did it. The enemies always drop sellables, but they also dropped a certain amount of actual hard money no matter what, so that even if the RNG hates you, you're still getting some monetary value out of it. I think that Braveheart Plus's compromise is the proper way to do such a system. Yeah, and also I'm kind of paranoid about how the fact that they delete all of Phineas's armor from the inventory, could that affect your the Mystic Equipment quest? That's the thing. If it does, that's gonna be really bad, right? If it affects anything that requires any completionism quest, that would be really bad. I don't even understand the point of removing the armor. Like, let the player keep it as like a collector's item, right? Or just rework it so that I guess Ragnar could equip it. There's no reason he shouldn't be able to. He's just as strong as Sword's physical fighter. Yeah? Like, there was absolutely no reason to sell all his armor. At all. It just felt... I guess they want you to feel the finality of him dying, but it feels kind of overly punishing to just remove all his armor and potentially screw you out of collecting stuff. You know, do you know that Phineas's common armor actually has a final upgrade that you cannot get because it is removed from your inventory? Yes, if you look in the game's files, there actually is such an armor that you can upgrade. You could have upgraded into if he had survived, but he doesn't survive, so you can't do it. Like, what's even the point? Unless there's a secret way to make him survive that I'm missing. but that would break the game's whole no missables rule that they advertise on the Steam page. So I don't think that's it either. I don't think that's possible. So yeah, there's definitely something wrong here. It's like the game wants to make a game. The game wants to have you have a lot of completionist tasks for you at the end, while also deleting things from your inventory to emphasize the character depth. And it feels like they're trying to have two things at once that are just conflicting. I just hope there's a solution to this in the future, because that just doesn't seem like like who would actually want to remove the inventory of someone who dies permanently? Personally, I would like to keep that shit as a collector's item to remind me of all the good times we had. It's not like we can sell anything either way, so it wouldn't have made a difference. You actually cannot sell equipment in this game. So it wouldn't have made a difference. Removing it doesn't, and compensating us through his bandit ex-girlfriend wouldn't have really made much of a difference in the end. And you're keeping his swords anyway, so might as well just keep the armor too. Even if it is just for a collector's thing. Yeah, either that or just remove the armor, his unique armor from the all the collection requirements. That would also be a good compromise, so that the player doesn't get screwed out of it. Yeah, for some reason, I think his disappearance from the party is actually affecting my ability to actually get completionist stuff done, including the passive stuff. They're not. I'm supposed to be able to get some kind of Phoenix equipment from the passive fairy, but even though I already have all the passives, even from Phineas himself, they won't let me have it. It might be because Phineas is not in the party, and that might have screwed up some check. I'm not sure. Yeah. I guess I'm being pretty harsh here, and I guess no one would notice it if they were just going for any percent completion. But if you're going for 100%, a lot of this becomes way more noticeable. I just hope there's like in a future patch, there's like an NPC who can restore all of Phineas's armor or something to your inventory, because this, yeah, this feels like I'm screwed out of completion right now. And also, there's that one chest in the ruins that I cannot seem to find. I actually counted 11 in the RPG Maker MZ files, but apparently there's supposed to be 12, and I don't know where the 12th one is. Yeah, I think the game was mostly. I feel like the game was mostly tested for basic story completion, but was not fully tested for actual 100% completion. So once, so that's probably why a lot of people didn't report it until now, huh? Yeah, I'm just gonna have to come back at a later date when things are fixed. Yeah, it's a kind of a shame. And also, how did Ragnar get all the way over here? And it's also kind of weird that you have to teleport across the gaps instead of jumping like everyone else. The fortune teller lady. Yeah, did he take a break? I thought he had to constantly be watching the goddess. And somehow that guy survived. We never really got a proper boss fight against him, huh? This kind of implies that these two are scheming to bring back the goddess, because they are part of the church. Or maybe they're thinking, oh, maybe we should drop our faith in the goddess. I'm not sure what they want. I'm not sure what these two are after. You can still hear boss premonition music too, which is really weird. Yeah, never go into a cell like that so carelessly. Yeah, I actually didn't know she left her cell until I looked at the files and saw that she was in the kitchen. All the bosses of the game, huh? Why are they all the way back here? Are they part of some kind of boss rush? I'm not sure what the game wants with them. I'm not sure what they're trying to tell us here. Maybe they were meant to be in those miniature versions of the dungeons that were in the tower. but I don't know. I'm not sure what they were going for there. Yeah, that whole miniature dungeon thing was really weird and made no sense. I thought we were gonna have to refight the bosses or something, except there and then have them all scale up to level 50, but I guess not. That would have been a pretty clever way to use to get the nectar requirement too, since if you had 4 nectars, you could and then just rush in each boss fight. You don't have to wait for the random encounter to proc first. Okay, so the completionist adventure quest giver is the one helping with here, which means she might have been a demon all along. She's probably gonna take turns with Ragnar. Maybe that's why he was able to leave. But the tower could still collapse on whoever is the last one standing in it, right? Now we have a epilogue party. What a nice evening this is. We should have invited people before. Indeed. I'll make another round, okay? I'll finish my lemonade. Save in a separate slot because you are not getting another chance here. A very nice collection. I haven't even heard of most of them. The books are my mother's. Farah didn't read much. She must have been an intelligent woman. Well, yes. You should read these books as well, as her descent. I'll leave that to Soire. I might misunderstand the details. Must bomb everything. You certainly don't. Okay. Okay, but you know, it's getting late, isn't it? Hi. Have you learned anything today? You mean like a passive skill? Something like that. Learning new things is very important. I think I learned a thing or two in my recent travels and such. 2 things, max. That isn't much. Might have been some more, actually. I hope so. Sorry about the robot. It's alright. It was a memorable boss. Oh, you mean the lady? Never mind. I want crafting of our weapons. Weapons are useful against enemies like the gods. That sounds like a good idea, but we shouldn't be talking about weapons right now. That's why I equipped the silver sword in Ragnar, because he needed a source of silver damage. Fair enough, let's talk about armor then. Archie, you're drunk. I'm inspired. Promise she would still dodge all of his physical attacks. Her evasion is ridiculously high even for an incorporeal enemy. Let's pray. With all due respect, you should try it. I did. And? Nope, no word, no wonders. Maybe it was not the right time. Not sure what could be a better time. Do you need anything? We're good, Tembo, thanks. I have a new sword potion stock. Oh, really? It's called Elixir. You're king. It restores 50% of your hit points. Okay. Actually, I'm not sure about the name yet. You should think of something else. It's conflicting with the elixir I used to cure her, huh? The cure Soire. Also, it's very hard to navigate when everyone's has random movement. Because then you won't be able to get past narrow corridors. That's why this whole one-tile corridor thing falls apart as soon as there are randomly moving NPCs. The flowers are beautiful, but I think there's room for more decoration. Probably. I could make you some nice figurines or maybe sew some curtains. You should consult about that with my sister. Yeah, like, I can't even get to the fox that easily. Are you interested in some numbers? Maybe tomorrow. The number of numbers may be different then. Some better, some worse. That's alright. That's life. I guess. Biz. Hi, are you having fun? Biz. Excellent. Burb. Hi, Velven. Hi, Nell. Will you mind if I try another cocktail? I just had an idea. Go ahead. So, you came together. Yes, why? I just wanted to confirm. So, how's your wife? She's fine. A temple is like a church, isn't it? Maybe? We should have a temple in the capital too. To worship whom now? Nature. Okay, I guess the people, the clergy people did end up rejecting the gods after learning their true nature. Are we going to visit the castle again sometime soon? For sure, I heard it's getting warmer up there though. Yes, the freezing cold has turned into ordinary cold. Is there still snow? Plenty. Great. What a nice evening. If only Archie wasn't here. Will you please talk to each other after this drink? I said that quite a while ago. I'm a slow drinker. You're definitely not. And there you see, you might miss the window of opportunity for a good talk. Yeah. A nice place to live you two got here. Yeah, it's pretty nice, isn't it? I never realized before I left. Travel changes people. Young people should travel. But should they also fight monsters? Well, maybe. Oh? Hey, will you like to go outside for a bit? Maybe for a little walk? A walk? Over to them. Oh. Yes, let's do that. It's been so long, her, I mean. Yes, and so recent, his. I'm glad I can return here. All thanks to you, Velven. Please, don't start with it again. I'll be eternally thankful to you. Soire. Sorry. So. Yes, let's return. It was a nice walk and a nice moment. Indeed, but it could also be a nice party. It has been thus far. I want another lemonade. There might be new alternatives by now. Yes, but I want another lemonade. Alright. Yeah, I'll have to give up on completion for now, but I don't think completion affects the ending, does it? It seemed the ending seemed pretty cut and dry. Unless getting learning mana spells causes a boss to act differently, like maybe she'll take on a third form or a fourth or something. I'm still really frustrated about this situation, but I guess I can always try to get 100% in the future, maybe after things are patched and I can sort of figure out if it really was a glitch or maybe I'm just really dumb and I'm missing stuff. Maybe, yeah, it's possible that there's just something I failed to notice that everyone else did. And maybe everyone else was able to get everything I wasn't able to somehow. Maybe there's an invisible requirement, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how well tested some of these secret objectives are. You know, a lot of people, like some people were talking about completion in the forums, but I don't think there was much follow-up on that. So I'm not sure if anyone else managed to get 100%. It's possible they did, but through some miraculous means, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I just feel like I kind of tried to beta test the game again, huh? In regards to the 100% completion. You know, but I'll be safe for another video maybe. And maybe in that video, I can try to get a revenge match against the Mana Wraith and see how well the mana spells work against her. I don't even know who the mana spells are going to. As long as it doesn't go to Soire, because she already has silver spells, and it would be kind of redundant if she had both mana and silver in this situation. Anyways, that is pretty much it for Wildsilver. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and maybe try the game for yourself.